Hello my lovelies, how are you? Welcome back here to Busy Bee Budgets, where we're on the road to financial independence and we are doing that through budgeting and cash stuffing. So there we go. Welcome along, welcome back if you're a subscriber, thank you so much. It's just been lovely to see how many people are commenting and liking and yeah, just like subscribing to the video. It's such a great community. I think everyone kind of feels like that, so thank you. This is my week 3 cash stuff of July. July's a 5-week month for me, and a bit of a funny week for the budget this week. So if you watched my video last week, you'll know I was going away with my friends and I probably massively underestimated how much that was going to cost, because I hadn't really budgeted for it, because I paid for the train tickets and the accommodation already. I hadn't really thought about food and drink and stuff, and we buy the seaside, so fish and chips, all that good stuff, but what I'm going to have to do is make a little bit of adjustments into my budget this week to kind of make up for it. So if I go through what I've got left in my envelopes from last week, so I've actually got quite a lot left in food, and that's because I was away at the weekend and my husband did the food shop. So I've actually got 10, 20, 40, 50, 51, 52, 52, 10 left over. So what I'm going to do is pop this £50 to one side, because I'm going to use it to deal with the overspend. So pop the £50 to one side, and then I'm going to pop my pound in my pound jar, and then the £1.10 into the change jar. And at the end of the video, I'm actually going to do a saving challenge, because I've got quite a few pound coins now, as you can see in there. So I'm going to do my mini savings challenge, but I'll come back to that. So food's now got nothing in it, and these little envelopes are the ones that I popped in my wallet, and when I don't want to take my binder out. Nothing left in fuel. I put £40 in fuel this week into my car to sort of give me half a tank, which is kind of enough for what I've got running around. Self-care still got 20. Because I haven't spent anything this week. Social's completely gone because of the weekend. Miscellaneous, I think, has still got 20. 10, 20, yep. Spends has got nothing because of the weekend. And giving, I think, has got 15 because I gave £5 to something at work. Yep, so 15 in there. So initially this week I planned to stuff 210. But what I've done is adjust that down to 200. Which might not be a massive difference, but so basically at the weekend, after I'd spent my spends and my social money, I was overspent by £113. So what I'm going to do is pull that back from the rest of my budget over the rest of the month. So I've got 3 more weeks. So this is week 3, and then it's a 5-week month. So I've got week 3, week 4, and week 5 to pull that back. So what I'm going to do is take this £50 off that amount. So 113 less, let me just do some maths. So 113 less 50 gives me 63. So what I'm going to do in weeks 4 and 5 is pull that back. But what I'm also going to do is I've reduced my budget down by £10 this week. So that's going to give me 53 is what I need to carry forward to pay back. So I'll make a note of that in my adjustment, and then what I will do in weeks 4 and 5 is reduce my budget by that across the different categories. And the only reason I haven't done a bigger one this week is because I've got quite a social weekend, and so there's no point me cutting my social or my spends money this week, because I'm going to spend it and then I'll be back in the same position. So £53 is what I need to carry forward for week 4 and week 5, so I'll adjust my budget accordingly. So right, let's pop that to one side, let's pop that to one side. And then, so I was supposed to be stuffing 210 this week, but as I say, I'm going to take £10 off to deal with that overspend. So I'm going to not stuff miscellaneous, because I've, actually, so I've already got £20 left in there and I haven't really spent it. So that's what I'm going to do with that, basically. So that gives me £200 to stuff. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. And 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. So 200 to stuff this week. Just leave those there. Right, so we are going to do So the weekend away was delightful. I think there's just something about girly time, isn't there? I just really appreciate it. And the weather was perfect. It was before it got too hot here in the UK, so it was like a perfect weekend to be at the seaside. And just really loved it. So we are going to put 100 in food. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. And then fuel is going to get 20, but I'm hoping I won't have to fill up maybe until next month now, so I can build up a bit of a bank around that. Self-care is getting 20 because I've got a massage this weekend at some point. So self-care is getting 20. Social is going to get 30. So it's like a big outdoor sort of event festival type thing in my town this weekend. So we'll be going to that. So it's like drinks and bits and pieces. Miscellaneous isn't going to get anything today. Spends is going to get 20. And then giving is going to get 10. So that should see me over this week, which is good. And then for my giving, so I just knocked the tripod then, that was very good. Giving, if I don't spend it all by the end of the month, what I do is donate to my local food bank. But we'll kind of see where we get to. And anything from any other categories, I tend to put in treats at the end of the month. So what I tend to do is kind of go through all the weeks of the month, and then at the end of the month do a cash out, and anything left over can go into my treats envelope. So that's that. Right, so that is all of those. And then I've got quite a few pound coins now. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I think I'm going to try and fill in one of the tens. I haven't done this for ages. Mainly because I tend not to do so much cash now. It tends to be on the cards. And then what I do is leave it in my bank account as a buffer. But it just means I haven't done any of these for a while. But it's still adding up, which is kind of nice to see. So I will pop that £10 in there. And then what I will do, sorry, it's just my little tin all in. And then what I'll do is I'll pop the £2 back in my milk bottle, and then I'll kind of roll forward to next week, and hopefully we should have some more stuff there. So that was very quick cash stuffing for me this week. Obviously a little bit of adjustment, but what's good is now when I overspend in 1 week, I kind of pull it back within the month instead of just letting it kind of run as an overspend. So that's good. And kind of I'm starting to track the no spend days like I said I would better. I've hit my sunken funds goal for this month. I still need to sell some stuff. Okay, that will be a priority for this week. I've been doing my weekly planner, but obviously what I didn't do last week was around the weekend away. I need to make sure when I'm budgeting that I'm better at that, and maybe have a bit more. I might set up a sinking fund for experiences. I did have that initially, but I dropped it off, and I think maybe that's what I need to do for some of these things, because we've got a few days out and stuff planned in August, so I will think about that. What else was on my so beauty diet still stuck to, so I haven't bought anything else, and house stuff diet I've stuck to, so I haven't bought anything for that. So doing really well on some of these. It's just I think selling stuff is a priority, and thinking about my planning to make sure that like I don't get these overspends quite so much. So that is my week this week. Hope you have a lovely weekend now that the weather's cooled down a little bit and it's all a bit more reasonable. And I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.